Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Brett Begemann.
Thanks, Debbie, and Tim and the World Trade Center. Thank you very much for the opportunity to be here. Fridays are always great days, right? Because of the end of the week. But I got a couple other reasons why this Friday is so special. Tomorrow, the senator and the governor and I are going to go watch our Missouri Tigers go to 4-0 in Columbia. And next week, on the Voice of the Cardinals, we're going to be listening to our beloved Cardinals play in the playoffs again. It is a great opportunity to be here, but you didn't come here to listen to me talk about the Missouri Tigers or talk about the beloved Cardinals. But I am going to talk about a couple of things that I care really deeply about. Agriculture and my home. Our home, here in Missouri in the St. Louis region. What I think is particularly exciting is the future for both agriculture and our region is incredibly bright and increasingly interconnected. As you saw in the opening video, the world we live in is changing. Our planet's becoming more populous, more urban, more affluent, as more people in developing areas of the world are enjoying better wages than ever before and are able to improve their quality of life in many ways as a result. These are trends that are reshaping every aspect of the world we live in today and are influencing the world our children and grandchildren will ultimately inherit tomorrow as well. Perhaps no other industry feels the weight of these trends more acutely than agriculture. And I would argue perhaps nowhere does the opportunity to capitalize on these trends shine brighter than right here at home in Missouri and in the Gateway City. We've certainly seen and felt this at my company, Monsanto, a company 100% focused on agriculture and the success of farmers around the world. I'm going to take a moment to underline this point. Our single focus at Monsanto is on agriculture and the success of farmers around the world. For more than 100 years, a company named Monsanto has called St. Louis home. Believe it or not, that's longer than Ted Drewes or toasted ravioli. So we're proud to be St. Louis grown. And over this century, the company's made a wide variety of products, from carpets and glass to plastics and sweeteners, ag chemicals, and many others over the years. Since 2001, however, Monsanto's only business has been agriculture, offering better seeds, seeds protected by biotechnology, and crop protection products like Roundup to farmers around the world. From the heartland of the upper Midwest to the heart of Eastern Europe, from the rich soil of the Mississippi Delta and Mato Grosso in Brazil, to the plains of sub-Saharan Africa. Every dollar we earn comes from an investment a farmer makes in one or more of our products somewhere in the world. Back in 2001, our business was $5.5 billion in revenue with a market capitalization of $9 billion, and we employed 14,000 people around the world, with the majority of our business coming from here in the United States. Today, we're about $13 billion company. Our market cap is $56 billion, and we've more than 21,000 people around the world, and 4,500 of those call St. Louis their hometown. Our headquarters here in St. Louis is just one of more than 500 locations in 60 countries around the world dedicated to serving millions of farmers with better seeds and products every year. And this for the first time since we became a company focused entirely on agriculture. Our business was nearly evenly split between domestic and international revenue, clearly showing the value of our product offered to farmers both here and at home and around the world. Agriculture is truly a global business, and one is more focused, more and more technologically driven and sophisticated everywhere in the world. At the same time, food, as well as where it comes from and how it's produced, are topics that are now part of everyday conversations with friends, families, neighbors, and other acquaintances. I believe interest in both areas will continue to grow, and frankly, I welcome discussions around both to help talk about the important contributions that farmers, our customers, play in keeping our food and food supply abundant, safe, and affordable for everyone. I also look forward to talking about the important role that innovation in agriculture plays in keeping it that way as well. I've had the opportunity to walk the fields with farmers on 6 different continents. It's one of the favorite parts of my job. These are bright, entrepreneurial people, and whether they're farming several thousand acres in Missouri, Illinois, or Iowa, with a GPS-guided tractor, or using their hands in a garden hoe on a piece of land smaller than the suburban backyards in India, China, or Africa. The world's farmers are proud of what they do. They know they are responsible for feeding their families and a growing global population. They're hardworking men and women, and I should stress that most of the world's farmers are women. They want innovation and new tools, like better seeds, to help them accomplish their goals. That's what is so satisfying about the work that we do. Inside a simple seed, a tiny seed smaller than my fingertip, are thousands of hours of research, science, and testing from hundreds of people across our company, all focused on helping farmers get more out of their fields. From better seed genetics to biotechnology, the seeds help farmers do what they do better. And in return, their production helps them feed and clothe their families and all of us in this room and around the world. It's really cool stuff and exciting that it can benefit farmers of all sizes around the globe. But I have to be honest, Monsanto, as well as our industry and farmers, have not always done a good job telling that story, articulating why we need to continue to innovate, to attract new ideas and talent to better develop products for growers. I'd also say that I don't think we've done a good job of listening to what society wants to know and understand about where food comes from and what we're doing to support farmers and ultimately people. This has to change. And it's one of the reasons that I'm pleased to join you today to talk about the future and pledge our support, my personal support, in opening up the dialogue around food, farmers, agriculture, and innovation. Because it's clear that the need for innovation across agriculture and so many other industries is essential for our future. Agriculture is experiencing an incredible renaissance, from cutting-edge science focused on developing better seed that can tolerate drought, to improved information technology on the farm that gives farmers a new level of precision never seen before. Agriculture is vibrant, growing, innovative industry that has the ability to change the world and improve lives forever. And right here at home in St. Louis and the Show Me State, I believe we are uniquely positioned to not only participate in this global renaissance taking shape in agriculture, but I believe we have an opportunity to lead its development for the future, creating new jobs and opportunity for people, attracting sharp, innovative minds to our community from all over the country and all over the world. This region has a rich history and a connection to agriculture and agribusiness. The mighty Mississippi today transports roughly 60% of the U.S. grain exports. And within a 500-mile radius of St. Louis, more than 80% of the U.S. soybean crop and 75% of the U.S. corn crop are grown. This represents nearly half of all the U.S. production by value, a whopping $130 billion, all within an easy day's drive of where we stand today. And this value delivers economic impact and jobs. The St. Louis Agribusiness Club estimates that today, roughly 20% of the jobs here in our region, or an estimated 265,000 jobs, are connected to agriculture. But what's more, the outlook for new jobs in agriculture, highly skilled, good-paying jobs, is bright for the next several years as well. A recent study by Purdue University found that agriculture, food, and natural resources sector of the U.S. economy will generate an estimated 54,000 annual openings for individuals with degrees or advanced degrees in related areas in the next few years. The unfortunate side of this same study is that it estimated that roughly half may go unfilled because of lack of qualified candidates. Think of that. An estimated 25,000 jobs annually unclaimed because of a lack of qualified talent. This is a trend we're beginning to see reflected in other industries as well: aerospace, medicine, engineering. And it's a trend that must be reversed if we're to continue growing and leading as a community, as a region, and as a country. From my view, developing and attracting biologists, geneticists, agronomists, engineers, computer analysts, and other highly skilled talent requires an investment and a focus in both educating young people for jobs of tomorrow, as well as attracting new talent to our community from across the country and across the globe. This focus is especially important in the so-called STEM fields of education. STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. Research of high school students shows that too many young people feel detached from these areas of study. And unfortunately, this same research suggests this is particularly true with girls and young women. At Monsanto, we know and understand the potential impact of this issue, not only on our business, but on agriculture, on the other innovative industries, and on the communities more broadly, and we're working to do our part. It's one of the reasons why we invest in educational programs with youth groups like 4-H and FFA that reach millions of young people around the world. We've also developed an international scholars program in partnership with Texas A&M focused on attracting new research talent globally to rice and wheat, two of the world's most widely grown crops, but more importantly, crops that produce the most calories consumed by people around the world, particularly in the developing world. In fact, in June of this year, we committed an additional $3 million to continue this innovative and important fellowship program. The future of so many industries, including my own, will demand the best talent and innovation from around the world to create new discoveries that will benefit people. This will require all of us: companies, organizations, communities, governments, academia, and society as a whole, to be open to new ideas, perspectives, and even cultures from around the world that will enrich our businesses and communities together, to listen more and to understand what might be possible. But this challenge, or should I say opportunity, for us and our region is bigger than any one company, any one organization, or any one university. Developing, attracting, and retaining the leaders of tomorrow will require unique collaborations and partnerships focused on the future. It'll require us to engage with students and youth even earlier than before, and to open ourselves up to new ways of thinking that come from an increasingly global point of view. This community, this region, this state has never shied away from a good challenge. And we have some incredible resources to draw upon. World-class research institutions like the University of Missouri System, Washington University, St. Louis University, the Danforth Center, Missouri Botanical Garden, and the list goes on and on. But these gems, these resources, require sustained investment. And in a time of budget constraints, now more than ever, we need to protect and preserve our future by investing in the ability to deliver new ideas for tomorrow. And I think we're all well positioned to succeed. We know the demand for innovation is there, and we know the need for talent is imminent. At Monsanto, we're committed, and I'd say we're all in and believe it can be done. Just west of here, work is underway to begin construction on the expansion of our Chesterfield Village Research Center. The original facility was built back in the mid-1980s, and since that time, it's been one of the largest single plant science facilities in the world. With the support of many of our local and state elected officials, many of who are in the room today, we committed to investing an additional $400 million into this facility because we believe the future of Monsanto and the future of the region go hand in hand. Through this expansion and the continued growth of our business, we anticipate adding another 675 jobs to our research center here at home, but more importantly, significantly adding to our capacity to drive our research capabilities around the world. St. Louis is our home at Monsanto, and we are proud to be St. Louis grown. So as I bring my thoughts today to a close, I want to end where I began. I'm passionate about Missouri, and I'm passionate about agriculture. This is an incredibly important time in our world. We live on a planet that is growing bigger every day, reaching 9 billion people in our children's lifetime, asking, or I could argue demanding, more from agriculture and farmers, straining our natural resources like water and soil, and questioning our ability to produce enough food to feed the people. Today, 1 billion people go to bed hungry. And there are many different opinions and points of view on why this happens and what we should do to help. I'll be the first to admit I'm not the expert in this area, and I respect those who are, as well as their points of view. As a farm kid from mid-Missouri, and as a businessman who serves farmers, I focus on what I know. And what I know is that these billion people that go to bed hungry every night, the majority are farmers in the developing world. I think this cannot and should not happen. We need every farmer everywhere to be as productive as possible to feed our growing world. I am open to conversations with anyone about what opinions and different types of farming, including organic and conventional or others, can produce food. I'm open to this as long as among those options and choices are the best tools that science and technology can bring to them, including biotechnology. The time for looking backwards in agriculture has passed, and I think the world needs us to move forwards. I'm excited about what the future holds for our business, our industry, and our region. I'm thrilled about the potential agriculture holds for sharp, innovative people and the work they can do to feed, clothe, and sustain our world. We look forward to partnering with this community and others as we continue to work to bring better solutions together for tomorrow. Thanks for your time today, and thanks for the opportunity to speak to this very important group. Thank you.
Mr. Brett Begemann, before he leaves the stage, we have a special gift for you from World Trade Center, and it's a little too heavy to be seeds or garden gloves or something, so thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our program. I would like to say on behalf of World Trade Center St. Louis, thank you so much for being here for the 20th Growing Global. Go back to the office, close some deals, have a great weekend, and we'll see you at the 21st next year. Thank you all.